Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast, and this is another reaction to the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves Game 3. The Oklahoma City Thunder have taken a commanding 3-1 lead against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They won 128 to 126. Yesterday I did say this was going to be a hard fall physical game. It was basically throughout. It was a close game, and the Oklahoma City Thunder won. And let's start with the Oklahoma City. Let's start with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shea had a masterclass, and also J Dub had a masterclass. Shea dropped 40 points against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and J Dub he dropped 34 points against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Like, I mean, what can you say? The two best players on the team had good games, and also Chet had 21 points against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I felt like the Thunder, they was able to hit their three-pointers, 16 for 37, 43%. They shot 50% from the field. They didn't turn the ball over. They had 22 assists as a team. I just thought that in this game, the Stars started out early. They started out early on in this game. And that's what you need when you try to get your get back against a team that when you basically got blown out by 40 points. Like in the first half, Shea had 21. So he started out real good, especially last game, because last game he only scored like 14 points. So we all know he didn't play good. And he said, look, we probably was gonna lose this game, but look, I gotta play better. I gotta play better, and he played way better to start out the first half. He was 7-15 for 21 points, and I thought he played good. They was 10 for 24 from the 3-point line in the first half, and I felt like just Shea being aggressive, getting to the line as per usual. I felt like that helped them win this game. Uh, Shea was actually, what's funny? Shea was. We could get back to the game. It doesn't want to load up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Shea was 12 for 14 as per usual. Like he usually gets in line, and then in the crowd, people were calling him, "Oh, free throw merchant, free throw merchant." Again, we gotta stop with the free throw merchant stuff. Look, Shea is always gonna get in line. Like it happens. There are other stars that do it too, and you might not like it, but there are stars in the past that have done this same thing, and Shea is just getting to a spot. Richard Jefferson said it on the broadcast. Anybody can do this. Y'all make it seem like it's just a band play or something. Like you can't go draw a foul or something. Like, no, it's not that serious. But the Thunder, I felt like the Thunder took it personally after getting 40 pieces by the Timberwolves on Saturday. And they just came to play. The star players came to play in this game. And I want to give J Dub some credit because J Dub had a breakout. He had his own masterclass too. He was he was 13 for 24 with 34 points. I felt like J Dub was the difference. He started out really aggressive in the first half. The same with Shea. Like they both started out aggressive, and I thought Chet had his moments too, but it was really J Dub and Shea Gilders. They was able to get to their spot, take on mismatches. Uh, that's just how the Thunder play, and the defense always steps it up when they need to. So give credit to the Thunder. The Thunder got the W, man, and now they are one game away from going to the NBA Finals. Who would have thought that this team led by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, this very young team, probably the second youngest or the youngest team in the NBA, going to the NBA Finals? You would have never thought, but congratulations to them. They deserve all the credit in the world, and you just got to give credit to them for stepping it up. And also, again, they're gonna run like this small little lineup because Alex Caruso has played way more minutes than Isaiah Hartenstein. They really don't go big lineup jumbo big lineup like they usually do. They usually have Caruso most likely play the like the 2-3-3-ish. So it'd be like Shea, Caruso, Dort, J Dub, and Chet. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's more of a 5-out lineup with that, and it helped spread the floor to get Rudy Gobert from the paint. So I have no problem with that. But give the Thunder credit. They won this game, and now they're one win away from the NBA Finals. And they could close this out on Wednesday. Now on the Timberwolves side, I feel like Timberwolves, if I had to choose, I'm blaming the star players. I'm blaming Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, and especially Anthony Edwards. I made the TikTok. I said I predicted Anthony Edwards was gonna have a masterclass and he was gonna play better. He was gonna average average. He was gonna get about 30 some points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Anthony Edwards in the first half alone, he only scored 4 points. He only scored 4 points in the first half. That's unacceptable. Again, you are the star player. You are the leader of the team. I just praised you in game 3 how you set the tone in the first quarter with 16 points. You had 16 points total. You had 16 points the whole game, brother. If you aren't aggressive and facilitating enough, you guys are not gonna win. And Anthony Edwards, he sold. He sold tonight, and he is the reason why they lost this game. Like there should be no reason why you only score 4. And the same with Julius Randle. Julius Randle had 5 points in the first half. He didn't play good. This is another bad game in this series where Julius Randle was bad. And I praised him too, how he has been good this playoffs. And he just wasn't good. I was thinking like in the first half of the game, it was the others. Jaden McDaniels gave you 12 in the first half. And then bro, I can't say enough of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He was amazing in the first half. He had 11 points and hit like 3 3-pointers. He was so good. And to finish the entire game, it was the others. Jaden McDaniels had 22. Dante DiVincenzo had 21, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker had 23. Nickeil hit 5 threes. Dante hit 6. Look, you can argue and say the Timberwolves probably played a little bit better than the Thunder. But the one key thing, it was two key things. Your stars didn't play good, and turnovers. You had 21 turnovers in the game. You're not winning the game with 21 turnovers. It's not gonna happen. And that's what messed them up. They out rebounded the Timberwolves. They out rebounded the Thunder. I always say out rebounded. So honestly, you can argue the Timberwolves play better than the Thunder, but the Thunder star players came to play. And that's how you win some games. Yes, you're going to need your others to play good. But if your others play good, that means your stars ain't playing good and they neutralize you guys. Anthony Edwards, you're throwing 2 at him, making him pass up the ball. That the Thunder is like, look, we will live with the role players stepping up. We will live with that. If the role players hit their shots, fine by me. We will let them hit, but we are not letting Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle hit wide open shots. We are not letting that happen. And that's exactly what the Thunder did. And the Thunder had 14 steals. And also, if you watch that game, the Thunder was getting a lot of second chance points. They was getting a lot of offensive rebounds. And I'm just like, bro, grab a rebound. Grab a rebound. It's about the same. But if you look in like that first half and like early in that third quarter, they both had 19 offensive rebounds. But Jesus Christ, it looked like it was way more. But it was just the star players. It is as simple as that. Anthony Edwards did not play good. And I saw that he said that he didn't struggle, but he was just making the right play. Brother, I understand that you do have to make the right play. But this is what we talked about with Jimmy Butler early in that series against y'all. He was making the right plays, but at some point we need you to score. What you did in game 3 when you dropped 30-some points, we needed that in game 4 where we could have potentially tied the series up. You didn't do that. And look at us now. Now we're down 3-1. Now we have to make this magical comeback against one of the best teams in the NBA, one of the greatest defenses in the NBA. And it's like, that's just so hard to do. And it starts with game 5. Y'all got to go on a road where they've been basically beating y'all up in the second half of the game. So it's just, I just don't get it. And the thing is, Julius Randle, bro, he ended with 5 points in the first half and never scored again. What was you doing? What was you doing in like this whole second half? Like, I'm confused. I just don't get, like, I just don't get it. Like, now people are gonna say, "This the Julius Randle I know." Look, Julius Randle been great in the playoffs up until like this series. It's been bad. He just hasn't been good, and it's costing them in the series, bro. They had a chance to tie the series up, and I thought they was. I thought the Timberwolves was after basically beating a team by 40 points. You like bringing confidence into the next game, and look at them. Now they're down 3-1. But like I said, give the Thunder credit for getting this game, man. You getting a masterclass from your best players because they basically had majority of the points. They combined for what is this 95 of the points. When you combine for 95 of the 128, you're basically gonna win, and that's what happened. And when you combine freaking what is this 22 from your star players, you're not gonna win. But give credit to the bench, man. The bench from Nikhil, Dante, and Nas, the bench had a combined total of 44. No, wait, I'm tweaking. They had a combined of 54 points. So, we talked about how the others need to step up, how Dante, Nikhil, and them weren't good in the first couple of games. Here we are now, but this time your stars weren't good. It has cost you the game, and it's probably costing you the series. So, the Thunder are most likely going to the finals. Now, I don't see this team blowing a 3-1 lead. I really don't. So, we're going to get that. But let's see what the Timberwolves can do on Wednesday. You just got to take it one game at a time. See if you can still win at OKC. That's all. Don't even worry about game 6. Just worry about game 5, seeing that we can still win. And the thing is, they've been with them in the first halves have been close. At least in OKC, it's just the third quarter they've been getting screwed over. So let's see what they can do in that first half, and let's see if they can get the W. Now, let's talk about Pacers and the Knicks real quick. Get my predictions, then I'll go. The Pacers and the Knicks. So the Pacers basically blew a 20-point lead in the first half, and the Knicks came back. So for the Pacers, let's see if Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam will be more aggressive. I thought they really wasn't aggressive in the last game, and I feel like that's why they lost. And they also couldn't hit shots. And also, Cat Cat was amazing as usual. He was amazing in the first. He was amazing in the fourth quarter, and that's the reason why they really won. Their defense stepped it up, and Tom Thibodeau had to go to the bench, which he doesn't really do. But for game 4, I'm picking the Pacers. I'm picking the Pacers to win game 4. I just feel like that if the Pacers bring the intensity, people start being aggressive, try to out rebound them. I know Mitchell Robinson and Cat have been killing them on the rebounds, but try to out rebound them. I'm gonna need good games from Pascal, Miles Turner. I'm gonna need a Nimhard masterclass game and Aaron Neesmith. I know he rolled his ankle, but let's see how that is. Uh, if they can hit their shots as usual, Tyrese Halliburton is aggressive. I think the Pacers will win that game, but we do have to wait and see if what Aaron Neesmith is, but if Tyrese Halliburton is aggressive and drops 30 some points like he did in game 1, they can win. But the Knicks side, stay out of foul trouble, bro. I feel like that's cost them. They won last game, even though they was in foul trouble, but they got, I'm not gonna say they got lucky, but for the Pacers to not hunt the two best players while they're in foul trouble, is in my mind, it's just kind of crazy to me. I felt like that messed them up, but for game 4, I do have the Pacers winning. I just think that they've been the better team, honestly, so far in the first like 2.5 games. Outside of the fourth quarter, I just feel like the Pacers have been the better team, and they got a chance to take a commanding 3-1 lead after blowing game 3. So don't try to mess this up. Just just try to hit your 3-pointers, try to get the boards. Don't turn the ball over. They really don't turn the ball over like that. And we just need consistency from the other players. We talk about how this team is so deep and how they are deeper than the Knicks. So you just gotta you just need contributions from the others in your star players. If Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton both have good games, they'll win. They'll win game 4 and take commanding 3-1 lead. So yeah, I got the Pacers winning game 4. And That's it for this live reaction. Well, not live reaction, but this is it for this reaction to the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The OKC Thunder won 128 to 126 to take a commanding 3-1 lead. That's it for me, y'all. I'll see y'all for the next reaction tomorrow after Pacers and Knicks. See y'all later.